In this video, I'm going to walk you through how my clients build high ticket offers as music producers. All right, let's jump into it. So the first client I'm going to walk you through is my client Omido Beats. And just so you know, when I say client, like what I do is I help music producers attract high paying clients with paid ads. And the first thing we do is we actually figure out what is going to be your high ticket offer. We call it a VIP music offer. So this is my client Omido Beats. He's amazing of a person. And what's cool about him is he has made, he consistently makes six figures a year selling low ticket beats, which is great. But he came to me because we've known each other for a long time. He's seen what I've done to scale with high ticket. And so he wanted to work with me to build out a high ticket program. And what's great is he did it, right? He got his first high ticket sale. And this is him saying he just landed his very first high ticket item. Been a goal of his to do something like this for years, but never knew how. $750, 2-month long coaching program with a producer. So basically he's going to help producers, implement the same system he has with selling beats online. So really dope to get to work with him. This is my client, Ange. When she and I started working together, God, I think she had like 300 to 350 followers, and now she's at almost 5K, which is great. And she has just completely crushed the game. And she gets, I could share so many screenshots of hers, but this is the one that's the most recent, which she just closed a current client on 2 new songs for 2K total, which is great. And then this is my client, Baby Boy Blue. Again, an amazing human being. He's been kind of selling high ticket for a bit, but he hasn't been able to get consistent with sales. And so, and again, like this is a guy, he's got 28 million streams. So like, obviously he's a reputable producer, but just wasn't able to get consistent with sales. So he brought me in to really dial in his offer and also really like dial in his process with high ticket sales. And, he's like, just said this here, bro, just made $1,800 today off 2 sales calls, 1 full production package at 1K, and one $800 for mixing and mastering minor production. So really what all these clients have in common is they have a high ticket offer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how do we do this? How do we actually go about creating a high ticket offer, and how can you do this too? So a little bit of background on me. My name's Leezythegifted, by the way, if you don't know who I am. And you can see here in the Instagram bio, I went from negative $25,000 in credit card debt to going 20K a month. And basically I was flatline at zero with music for 13 years. I was first an artist. I didn't love depending on producers because a lot of producers out there just aren't good to work with. So I ended up learning music production on my own, but then I ended up falling in love with the production side of things. I got mentored by Legion Beats, started running funnels and 5 free beats, 15 free beats to get clients. Then I was making money selling beats online. I was doing remote mixing, mastering, but it really wasn't until I implemented what I'm talking about in this video, which is like a high ticket offer. And what I did was I was teaching recording artists how to produce their own music, right? And I was selling clients for 3 to 5K each. And this is how I scaled to 20K a month. How that applies to you is you don't have to do coaching, right? Because 2 of the clients I showed you are actually not really doing coaching. They're actually doing production work. And then only one of them, Omido, is doing coaching. But I'll tell you this, if you do want to do a high ticket offer, I'm going to walk you through the framework with it. And it's a lot easier to sell to artists and sell to them custom production and things of that nature than to do what I was doing, which is teaching them how to produce. Because most artists don't want to learn music production, and the ones that do, they don't have money, or they don't even have computers. And even with that, even with such a tough market that I had, I was still able to get clients to pay me anywhere from really 3 to 5K. I've had clients pay less. I've had clients pay anywhere from 1 to 6K each. And this is how I was able to scale to 20K a month. So if I can do it, you can do it as well. So let's go ahead and walk through the 4 steps to build a high ticket offer. The first thing you want to do is really called ideal client identification. And this is what I do, by the way, with my clients in Music Money Mastery. And by the way, if you do, if there's any interest of yours to come actually work with me, just click the link in the description, and you can find a free training where I literally explain everything and how the entire program works and how I'm able to get results, not just for myself, but for my clients like you're seeing here. But the first thing we do, and the first thing I would recommend you do, is figure out who is your ideal client. Because a lot of producers say artists are broke, artists aren't willing to pay money. I'm never able to find artists that are serious. But then when I ask like, well, who are you working with? Like, who is your ideal client? Like you just don't even know. So you got to be able to come up with like, who is your ideal client? After that, you want to do what's called problem brainstorming. And this is a really interesting thing because you don't want to just like come up with problems you can solve. Not yet. What you want to do is brainstorm every single problem that your ideal client is having. And so what I mean by that is like even problems outside of music, even problems outside of what you can help them with. One of my clients, Colin, we're getting him ramped up and running. But I told him, hey, list out every single problem your client has, not just around needing production. And he realized like his ideal client needs help with content creation. And that's something he's really good at. He's gotten to over 10,000 followers. So I was like, cool, put that in there. And so he's created an offer now, which is, custom beat, mixing, mastering. And then he's got some materials where he's going to actually help his clients create content, come up with a strategy. And he might even be doing some editing for them as well. So knowing what every single problem is that someone has is really going to help you come up with like what you can offer people. After that, that's when you can craft your high ticket offer. Like now we're going to figure out what problem you're solving. And the next thing is like pillars. Like when I say pillars, here's what I mean by pillars. Okay. So generally speaking, actually, I help my clients come up with their deliverables first. Like the deliverables. So like, let's use an example. Your deliverables will be like a custom exclusive unlimited rights beat, mixing, mastering, and then like let's say there's some bonuses. So those are not the pillars. Those are the deliverables. The deliverables are what you're going to give somebody. The pillars are the steps you're taking them through. So here's what I mean. In terms of pillars for that example offer, their pillars would be like, hey, phase one is like, we're going to make sure that we produce the instrumental the way you want it to be produced. So we're going to meet up on a Zoom call. I'm going to walk you through I might already get some things started before the call, or we'll just get things started on the call. But, you're going to tell me what kind of artist you're into, what kind of sound you're going for, everything like that. And what you even could do, by the way, is you could have them fill out like an intake form. So after they pay you, you can literally be like, hey, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send you a form. I want you to answer all these questions and then book a call with me. And those questions could be like, who are your favorite artists? Who are your favorite bands? What vibe are we going for your song? What other albums inspire you? Things like that, right? Like that's phase one. Then phase two would be the actual, like, you're going to record, I'm going to mix and master. And then like phase three could be revisions and finalizing the song. So see how I'm like walking you through a timeline? The cool thing about it is if you just do, like this is what fucking every producer does. Yeah, dude, they just say they're deliverables. It's custom exclusive unlimited rights, mix mastering, and it's like 1K. Well, it's like, dude, that's cool, but that's just like, you're just commoditizing yourself when you do that. And it's so much better for you if you like not only have deliverables, but you are actually walking your clients through a timeline. Like when you can walk your clients through a timeline, they're going to be like, yo, this person for real, like, is serious about their music, and they're obviously serious about mine. This is not just investing in another producer. This is investing in like someone who I'm really going to partner up with. So that's what's really important about having pillars and a timeline. For me, for my clients, like if you're doing custom production, I recommend anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks, ideally. Obviously, depending on the song. If it's one song, like 4 to 8 weeks. But if they're doing like an EP or something like that, then maybe you want to do more than that. And then price-wise, like ideally we want to do 1K plus, but like if you're just starting out and you're maybe like super, super afraid to do 1K, then like you could charge $750 or something like just to get started. But ideally you want to do 1K plus. And the thing with pricing that I really want to touch on is a lot of people have limiting beliefs around pricing, and I really want to touch on this. This is like a really important point. Pricing should not at all be connected or related to your confidence level, which is really interesting. This is probably the biggest limiting belief that I could help you break in this video. A lot of people base pricing on how confident they are, and they think about their pricing as to their confidence level. No, not the best way to do it. I heard Talking More say this. Talking More is a guy who helps coaches and consultants. He said your price should be linked to your value. Like, what is the value of what you're providing? Like, how do you actually put a distinct numerical value on what you're charging? And I would challenge you to really think about that. Like a custom exclusive unlimited rights beat, mixing, mastering, and then think about whatever other bonuses you're going to include. What is the actual value of it? Don't do the bullshit like valued at 197 but free today. Like, not that bullshit. Like, actually, like, how much is it worth? On average, if we were to go to BeatStars, how much does a custom exclusive unlimited rights beat usually go for on average? Like, you can come up with that. How much is mixing usually? How much is mastering usually? How much are your bonuses all worth? Make sure that you understand, like, yo, the value of this is actually like, and then not just the value of the deliverables, but again, the pillars, like how I walked you through, you giving your clients a serious ass timeline of like keeping them organized, making them feel supported. Like, what is the value of that? Think about the value of you making your clients feel legitimately supported as opposed to them just buying a beat on BeatStars or paying for mixing and mastering remote, right? You have to really think about that. And when it comes to what things you should include, like deliverables, this is what's also going to raise your price. Because my client, Ange, for example, let me take you back up to her because we really helped her build out her offer. And I think it's really cool what we've got. So her thing is, yeah, custom exclusive unlimited rights beat, mixing and mastering. But the first time you buy from her, she gives you an additional custom exclusive unlimited rights beat. She also includes a vocal recording course, which is super dope because clients, like when you work with artists, sometimes they need to be told, and it's totally fine. They need to be told how to properly record, and she also teaches them how to sort of pre-mix their vocals, like how to EQ, how to compress, de-esser, things like that. She'll teach them that so that when her clients send her vocals, they're already sounding super, super clean. And so that's really what her offer is. And along with that, she does coaching calls with them, and she also puts them into a community. And so those are the really, really cool things that you can offer people. So it doesn't have to just be custom production. It doesn't have to just be coaching. It doesn't have to be either one of those. You can pick and choose what you do. The point is you need to actually create something that's actually like worth a lot of money. And it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6K. It could be higher than that. It really doesn't matter. So hope you got some value out of this video. Again, if you did, if you want like more in depth on how to create this entire system, not just the offer, but marketing and sales, just click below in the description and you can go watch the main video pinned to my channel. All right. Hope you got some value. Talk to you on the next one. Peace.